Hello, welcome to the second part of the video regarding Alex O'Connor no longer vegan issue, and this is the thumbnail of the first part. I made a claim that as vegans we overestimate the value of well-constructed arguments, as human conduct is not driven by rationality but always by emotions. Martin wrote in comment section, "Not only marketing wouldn't exist, neither would psychoanalysis. It does exist because people are searching to understand the motives of their actions. Would it be so difficult to understand if we acted rationally?" Let's check another important comment. Joanna writes, "This is what cognitive and neuroscience says. To learn, to remember, to make something have impact on us, you must build emotional bond with the idea or even information. Memory techniques, creativity, personal development, etc. all are based on this idea. If meat industry people are smart, they know it, and they may provoke vegans to force them to act against this rule." Notice this in the comment below, and that's right, there was a comment which we can take as a proof. Many vegans are recruited via their emotional responses to the cruelty within animal agriculture. Vegans hear it and are trapped. We start denying, and the game is over. Please, vegans, act smarter. I agree that we might be being played. Make them deny all the effective strategies and the enemy is disarmed, I wrote as a response. And I can just only add from my perspective, for me personally, the most valid or strong argument to go vegan was just 1 second to look into deadly scared animal before slaughter. The eyes of pigs, deadly scared cow, was the strongest, the most valid argument for me personally. But I agree that people are different, so we should use all methods available to appeal to people. There were also other valuable comments. Please check them below last video. I chose to share only those two, as they were the most closely related to the points I had made. And let's check how rational is Alex, known as a top rational person. Is it the case that he has always accepted animal exploitation provided that animal suffering is minimalized? Well, he admits that Peter Singer was his main inspiration, and this is exactly his philosophical view. So maybe Alex has always accepted killing animals. On the other hand, Alex in his own videos and interviews seemed to support the idea of animal rights to live and not being subjected to exploitation. If so, then now he abandoned this philosophy? And my question is, did any valid argument cause this change or emotions? If arguments, then as a philosopher he would have no problem to introduce them to the public. He said that strong arguments made him vegan. What new arguments made him ex-vegan? What new arguments made him subscribe to the philosophy of carnism? Or maybe those are emotions which make us construct arguments to rationalize our already existing decisions. First, we know what our decision, choice, belief is based on our emotional benefits, and then our brain starts its job explaining reasons, rationalizing it. Other vegan activists suggest that it's Mikhaila Peterson's influence. Please take a closer look at her during her debate with Alex O'Connor. Her performance in this video comparing with all other her videos. Have you noticed that this is the video where she's the most sexual ever? I would describe her as rather average girl. Good looking but still average girl. She's a bit vulgar, not very smart, average girl. In this video, it is her moment in life when she is top of her top. The most sexual performance of her ever. She looks the best ever. She is behaving the most elegant ever. Please take a look and tell me if sex among them, sex somewhere in the air, is not what is going on during this debate. The arguments are poor, discussion is poor, but I see a woman in her top sexual performance we could have ever observed. Alex is emotionally affected by women behaving extremely sexual towards him. This is what I see. Otherwise, if his new decision is rational, he should express his reasons, arguments, supporting the philosophy of exploitation of others. Let's get back to his infamous comment. I have already discussed part of it in my previous episode. He's talking about his health issues. Of course, he doesn't reveal what kind, but what does it change? Of course, it is possible that some people have health issues. So what? Does it change his moral stance? His personal health issues can change his moral stance against exploitation of others? Let's assume he really truly has health issues. So that means that suddenly he supports, philosophically, morally, he supports animal exploitation. Now he thinks it's okay. What does this change? This is very, very strange that health issues in vegans, actually in ex-vegans, cause their return to meat. That is so strange that similar health issues in non-vegan world with people who had never had anything to do with veganism doesn't cause them eat more meat or replace plants with meat. For example, my mother, she's almost 80. She's not vegan, but she's been primarily plant-based most of her life, and not vegan style plant-based, but she grew up on potatoes and even white flour, so like you would say the worst kind of carbohydrates. She's almost 80 and she's still fine without any life-threatening chronic diseases. Probably she will live from now on even long. And like I said, her diet is based on potatoes and white flour products. After she had her gallbladder removed, that she cannot eat especially raw vegetables, but also many vegetables at all, in any form. She cannot eat fiber, she cannot eat mushroom, she cannot eat so many typical vegan products. Did doctor said you must avoid plant-based diet, you must eat more meat, eggs and or dairy? No, nothing like this. Just she cannot eat raw vegetables and many other vegetables at all. Okay, so she's avoiding them and it doesn't make her eat more meat. Her diet is still based on noodles, dumplings, just processed food, and she's fine. Let me tell you another example. I have adopted 10 guinea pigs. Now already all of them are elder, and one of them has developed some digestive issues. The vet said that I cannot give him vegetables. Of course, guinea pigs are pure herbivores. So what does it mean? I cannot give veggies to pure herbivore. Guinea pig's diet is based on hay and vegetables. Should I make my guinea pig carnivore then? If one cannot eat vegetables, that means that he really must eat animal products. He must eat meat? That's bullshit. Of course, raw vegetables can be easily fermenting if we have problem with our bacterial flora balance. And it is very difficult to restore the balance once it's broken. So this is the case of my guinea pig. He developed symptoms of really painful bloating. All guinea pigs are a bit bloated. It's natural because they eat a lot of fiber. This is the basis of their diet. So all are a little bit bloated, more or less. But in his case, it went to the point that it is already painful. So I am not allowed to give him veggies, to pure herbivore. So of course, if one is not allowed to eat veggies, doesn't mean that he must eat meat. What you are doing in such scenario? You turn more into processed food. Not only in case of my mom, who is not allowed to eat veggies, so her diet is based on processed food. This is also the case of my herbivore guinea pig. I'm not allowed to give him veggies. That means that I must still feed him with hay, but hay is not enough. It doesn't contain all the nutrients he needs. So I'm also allowed to feed him with processed food. Processed feed, their diet they require vitamin C, so I must give him vitamin C as supplement. This is typical procedure in non-vegan world. When one cannot eat typical vegan meals, he turns to processed food. And ordinary people have no problem to accept it. Only ex-vegans do, because their diet must be so natural. Thank you very much for your attention. See you soon.